Slovakia's players applaud above their head, wearing blue. The mascots sprint off the field, and we get ready for this huge game in Group E, which of course also features Belgium and Romania. This will go quite some way to deciding who makes it through to the knockout stages after mixed fortunes in their opening fixtures.
What a wonderful finish from Andrei Yarmolenko!
Goal from Milian Skriniar, and Slovakia lead once more.
And it's made into the net! And it is Alexander Zinchenko!
There's a chance here, and a Slovakian have scored! And it's the substitute Duda!
Chance to seal it, and Dobbik has done exactly that!
Back into the box for Lobotka, who's in here, and he scores!
Mikolenko! Gets the deflection his way through!
To be an opportunity here, it's straight to Casteels, but the follow-up is in! What a huge goal this is in Group E! In what is turning into a very topsy-turvy group indeed!
Quite the drama. We would take some drama here in this one as Michael Oliver tosses a coin with the two captains with him. Yarmolenko back in the side for Ukraine, likely to be in a 4-3-3. The big call, dropping the goalkeeper Andrei Lunin of Real Madrid. So Anatoly Trubin comes in, 22 years of age. Clinton, massive call to drop the Real goalkeeper.
Yeah, it's a strange one. Goalkeepers make mistakes, but if he's your number one goalkeeper, you don't drop him after one bad game. So very strange to make that. That's a big call, because I think your goalkeeper is so important. He's the last line of defence. It's a big call, and Lunin's had an outstanding season for Real Madrid.
Konoplia comes out of the side as well as one of 4 changes to that Ukraine lineup, and Alexander Timchik comes in. Zabani, who Bournemouth fans and fans of Premier League football will know very well, is at centre-back alongside Matvienko, with Zinchenko at left-back. Mudryk, Shaparenko, Brazko and Yarmolenko through the midfield, and Sudakov, and then Dobbik up front. Ahead of this game in Group E between Slovakia and Ukraine. Slovakia have Martin Dubravka in goal, the Newcastle keeper. Across the back four from right to left they are unchanged. David Hanko, Denis Vavro, Milan Skriniar and Peter Pekarik, which is a terrific name, at left back, with Kuchka, Lobotka and Duda, a playmaker, was along with Haraslin, Bozanic and Skrantz, who scored that goal in that opening game against Belgium in the 7th minute to win it for them. And it will be Slovakia here with the kickoff, all in blue, and Ukraine all in yellow, kicking from right to left as we look at it here in the Merca Spiel Arena. We are underway on 5 Live and BBC Sounds, the first of 3 commentaries. Poland versus Austria on the way, and the Netherlands versus France at 8. And I will keep my eyes peeled, Clinton, because in my first game of these European Championships there was a goal after 23 seconds from Albania against Italy.
Yes, stay tuned, because something could happen. Very much so.
We're past the 23-second mark as the ball comes into the penalty area from Slovakia, but it's gone behind, just misdirected, and it will be a goal kick for Ukraine. First major tournament, of course, since the Russian invasion in 2022, ranked 22 in the world. And they really do need to find something. 66% possession in their opening day defeat against Romania. And to coin a Chris Sutton phrase, they are better than that, Clinton.
Way better than that. You can't dominate football and not create or score any chances. Nowhere near good enough, to be fair. So yeah, they are better than that, Ukraine, and that's why they probably made the changes that they've made this afternoon, because they know this is a must-win, John. If they don't win this, they're out, because I don't expect them to get anything against Belgium.
Yeah, all but gone. They'd have to qualify as a 3rd best loser and beat Belgium if Romania were to get something in their next game. So it is extremely unlikely if they face defeat here. Slovakia clear a ball long through left back, through Pekarin, down the line it goes, and this is good play from Slovakia, and they've got an early chance to run into the penalty area here on the left-hand side. Ball played back, slow, patient build-up now into midfield. Out on the right is Pekarik with a chance to cross right-footed. Ukraine have managed to get players back in numbers here. Slovakia with Lobotka lose possession. Ukraine did well there to get back into position, but they definitely got in behind there, Clinton Morrison.
Yeah, it was a good run down that left-hand side, a really good run. And you can see they cause a lot of problems down that left-hand side. They've got really good players, intelligent players. One thing with Ukraine, he's got to have a big game, is Mudryk. I look at him, I think he's got fantastic pace, but they're going to need him. It's games like this where you need your big players to step up, so he's going to have to do better. Whereas Harrison down the left-hand side for Slovakia is causing a lot of problems.
Ukraine's manager Rebrov says Ukraine is a strong nation. We want to prove that here at the Euros. So there is huge responsibility on these players' shoulders, but it's Slovakia who no doubt started the best here, and they are in possession inside their own half with Hanko and Vavro now of FC Copenhagen, played versus Manchester United in the Champions League. It's a good build-up this. They're still in possession in the midfield here with Skrantz, scorer of that early goal. Then Kuchka, who wins a throw on the right-hand side. He'll leave it though for the fullback, Pekarik, 37 years of age, of Hertha Berlin.
Good fullback, still going strong, loves to get forward, doesn't sit back, wants to get forward and get balls into the box. Kuka's a good, their midfield strong, Slovakia, really good in midfield, the midfield three. Kuka's in there, Lobotka and Duda, those three, all creative players as well.
Yeah, based on the rankings, the biggest shock in Euros history, beating Belgium. Belgium ranked third in the world. Just shows you what a...
John, do you believe in them rankings? Because I'm not sure if Belgium should be ranked third in the world.
Let's just say that is an interesting one, isn't
exactly.
it?
Yeah, swiftly moving on.
Yeah. Ukraine in possession. And Slovakia all over them at the back with the press. 5 pressing into the Ukrainian half there, but Ukraine have got possession back. And it's with Matvienko, who aims a long ball over the top, looking for Yarmolenko, and the flags went up, and he is offside. Interestingly, the referee blew his whistle before the flag went up there.
Yeah, you're right. He blew his whistle way before even the flag went up. He must have seen Satinko, got some word in his ear that he was offside. But if not, it's a great decision from the ref.
Maybe the partly automated offsides. VAR got the call before the assistant put his flag up, as Slovakia are in possession now, 15 yards inside their own half, with Vavro played forward, intercepted though, Matvienko. It's the ball to Zabani. He's had a really good season with Bournemouth, won their player of the year, voted for by the supporters. I watched a lot of Bournemouth last season. Looks a very good player, well worth the 24 million that they paid for him. 21 years of age, still really good age. Second youngest player to represent Ukraine after one Sergei Rebrov, the manager. And here come Ukraine down the right-hand side. This is their first real attack, and you can hear the supporters getting behind them. Low cross in. It's not fully cleared by Slovakia. It's just been popped up in the air. Ukraine battling for the ball in the penalty area, and that looked like a foul. It was, and it's a free kick to Slovakia in their own box on the right-hand side.
Yeah, it was good, neat play, and they got in down the right-hand side and put a good ball in, but it was well defended. But yeah, Rebrov, the manager, will want a performance from his team. They do play neat, tidy football. Just in that final third, they have to be clinical.
The Ukrainian supporters bouncing up and down already, like corks on the sea in the stands in Dusseldorf. Slovakia would probably take a draw after that win in the opening match, Clinton.
Yeah, because that would be 4 points, and I think 4 points would be good enough to get through, and that would be a great achievement. So, as I said, the result against Belgium was outstanding. I thought they were brilliant, to be fair, and they thoroughly deserved to win in the end.
So Ukraine, Dubravka in goal, and Hanko, Vavro, Skriniar, Pekarik, Duda, Lobotka, Kuchka, Skrantz, Bozanic and Haraslin Slovakia. The Slovakia lineup here. Dovbyk, a lot expected of him, of course, playing in attack for Ukraine. As Slovakia in possession just on the halfway line. 27th birthday today. 9 international goals, but La Liga's leading scorer with 24 in 32 starts. It's time to announce himself on a big international stage, but at the moment it's Slovakia coming forward with a low cross in, but that is smothered and taken comfortably by Trubin. And the Ukrainian goal wearing all lime green, and he rolls it out to Matvienko.
Yeah, you're right, John. Sorry to talk about Dovbyk. He's got to produce. He's the one, but he needs crosses into the box. So Yarmolenko and Mudryk have to deliver. They're the two wide players that have to get crosses into him, because he can score goals. To be top goal scorer in the Italian league is a great achievement with some top strikers that they've got there.
24 goals in Spain, 8 assists, 6'2". The machine, they called him.
He is like the machine, yeah. With that record, you are the machine, aren't you?
Slovakia in possession inside the centre circle. 5 Live and BBC sounds. 0-0. Had 9 minutes of the game. And Slovakia keeping the ball 15 yards inside their own half as a crossfield ball to play from left to right. Zinchenko wins the header for Ukraine and goes chasing after the second ball as well and wins that header too. And Slovakia try and help the ball back somewhere towards their goalkeeper, Dubravka, at 35. 5 saves against Belgium, had a really good game. And Slovakia in possession once again, lying deep. Long crossfield ball this time to the far side for Slovakia. Headed onwards, looking for the run of Hanko, who's up there, but Ukraine win the ball back. And the ball's played forward down the right for Yarmolenko. Has got a little bit of room ahead of him now, and he's got 3 runners ahead of him. Ball played forward, but that's a overhit pass. Looking for the run forward. And that's disappointing, because that's the first time it's really opened up for Ukraine.
It has, to be fair, and it was good play. It was good build-up play. Good 1 and 2 touches. Really good 1 and 2 touches. And Yarmolenko just hits the pass. And you're thinking, once he gets into them kind of areas, he usually has the quality. But it's good. They started off well. It's a good open game at the moment.
Here comes Slovakia down the left-hand side again. This is a good little run into the penalty area, and a left-foot shot and a good save by Trubin. Low down to his right-hand side. First shot on target in the game goes to Slovakia, and they've almost forced a way in. They've got the ball back here as well. And they're moving forward down the right-hand side. Ball crossed into the penalty area. Ukraine head away and then complete a clearance, but it's only gone as far as in midfield. Duda now across from the left-hand side, and it's a bit of a mix-up and a shot, and a good save from Trubin once again. What a save that is to save his country after a terrific effort from Scran's right-footed. He thought he'd scored, Clinton Morrison.
Trubin, there was like question marks, should Trubin come in for Linen? He definitely should be in. He's just made 2 well, in particular the second one's an outstanding save from Trubin on the right-hand side, because it's a mistake. The ball's whipped in and they don't deal with it, and Trubin, it's a great strike, and Trubin from 3 yards out stands up and makes a brilliant save. So he's already justified why he should be in the starting lineup.
2 absolutely super saves, as Clinton said, in for Lunin as the ball's played up the top, looking for the run of Mudryk.
Haraslin on the left-hand side, he's the one who had the shot. And he started the brightest for Slovakia on the left-hand side. He beat 2 or 3 players and had the shot, and Trubin with another good save. But he's the one on the left-hand side of Ukraine have to be wary of, because every time he picks the ball up, he's getting his head up, and he's causing them a lot of problems on that left-hand side.
And they come down the right this time, Slovakia, with Pekarik. Lovely little football in triangles from them. Pekarik's going to cross one deep, looking for the run on the far side of Haraslin. Haraslin gets it back to Duda, corner of the penalty area on the left, thinks about a shot right-footed, and it fizzes wide of Trubin's right-hand post, and it'll be a goal kick for Ukraine, and Slovakia have looked good so far.
Yeah, Haraslin again involved. Pekarik down the right-hand side, good ball to the back post. He lays it back to Duda, and he dragged his shot wide, but yeah, they do look good. They look really good here. really assured, and you can see they're coming off the back of a good win against Belgium.
Looking to win for a second time in a major tournament for the first time. Won 10 of their last 14, Slovakia, going into this one. It's an experienced team, starting 11 in the win over Belgium, average age of over 30 years and 229 days. That's the oldest since Italy in the Euros in 2016. So plenty of experience in that Slovakian team, and they're a big team as well.
They are a big team, and they've got a big player at the back. Skriniar is a good centre-half, the captain, their leader. So he's the one who assures and makes sure everything goes according to plan. But they are a big team. But everyone in their team, they know their jobs.
Matvienko at the back, nice ball into feet, and Ukraine come down the right-hand side. This is a good-looking move into the penalty area, looking for the striker Dovbyk, but it was just behind him, stretched out his right foot. He couldn't get possession of the ball, but they have still got it. About 25 yards from goal. Here comes an effort, but it's straight at Dubravka from Sudakov. It was actually Brazko with the effort, and it's straight into his midriff. But he got a good look there.
He did, Brazko. He's trying to bend it with the instep. It's good play from Ukraine, but he gets to Brazko and he's trying to bend it. It's a hard one. Really should be drilling that. It's going to be some strike to beat Dubravka from that distance.
13 minutes gone, 0-0 between Slovakia and Ukraine on 5 live, with Slovakia coming forward down the left-hand side. Possession in midfield with Duda, the 29-year-old, with Verona in Serie A, 72 caps. That's the playmaker. Let's call him Dudinho.
What a name that is.
This is Brazilian name, even though he's not Brazilian. I like that.
Yeah.
Ukraine have got possession in midfield. Brazko, one of the players coming into the starting lineup today. In possession on the right-hand side now, Yarmolenko with a ball into the feet of Dovbyk. But Slovakia break it up and have got possession back themselves deep in their own half with Lobotka. Napoli, and the ball's out of play for a Slovakian throw midway inside their own half on the left-hand side. Yarmolenko was the one across there to intercept.
That's where he has to be better, Dovbyk. It comes into him, and he's a big presence there, John. He's got to hold the ball and pin people and enable his team in and around the box to get their shots away.
Definitely sounds like Ukraine have the majority of the support inside the stadium, I would say. Many of the neutrals will be cheering them on. I can see a few Scotland flags in there as well.
Suppose when you're there, you just go and watch. If you love football, you go and watch any game you can when you're over there. I'd be doing the same thing.
You could fly here, there, and
everywhere, mate.
You watch more football than anyone.
Anybody, exactly.
You stop and watch a game in the park and analyse that, don't you?
Yes, definitely. Should have made an overlapping run.
Well, that's a poor ball, and almost nipping in there was Dovbyk to intercept, but Slovakia have got the ball back. They've got it midway inside the Ukraine half on the right-hand side. Nice little ball inside for Lobotka. Lobotka still on his left foot, dragged back, and that is a free kick. And it's in a dangerous position on the left-hand side. The foul was from Brazko, the 22-year-old from Dynamo Kiev. And, free kick. It's about 20 yards out, Clinton.
Yeah, Brazko, he doesn't need to do that. Lobotka does well. He was running out of ideas of where to go, and Brazko just makes it easy. As soon as there's contact on him, he's going to go down Lobotka. And it's in a dangerous position here. So Brazko, he'll hope that Slovakia don't work him, because it's a good opportunity for them.
Hanko's over it. Kuchka is there as well. And Duda. It would suit a left footer because it's to the right of Trubin's goal. So a left footer maybe, or to the near post. They've got 4 in the wall, and they've got a draft excluder here, Ukraine.
Yeah, I think Hanko, I think you're right. I think 16 Hanko looks like he's the one who wants to take. And you're right, John, I think it is a left foot.
He's just gone to reposition the ball. Maybe 21 yards out, something like that. Certainly in a good spot. It looks like it's going to be Hanko then, left-footed for Slovakia. Good effort and good save again. That's 3 saves Trubin's made.
He has.
For Ukraine.
He has. It's the side that you expect Trubin to do because he didn't go over the wall. He went the side of the goalkeeper. But you still have to be there, Trubin, because he could easily take a step to his left and he watches it on. And what I like about it is he gets a good hand away to safety.
It was a good double-fisted save from Trubin. And Slovakia take the throw, and they've been allowed to cross deep into the penalty area. Chance, and he can't keep this one out. And Slovakia lead again. It's a brilliant header from Scrans, who's got 2 for the tournament. Slovakia 1, Ukraine 0 in the 17th minute.
Yeah, Scrans have been causing all kinds of problems. Zinchenko, who I think is a better midfielder than he is as a fullback, doesn't check his shoulders. It's a mismatch at that back post, and it's a good header. Trubin's made 2 or 3 really good saves, and I think when I see the replay again, maybe he might be a bit disappointed he hasn't saved this, but it's a mismatch, Zinchenko against Scrans at the back post, and yeah, I think he sees it, and maybe the power, maybe because it's close, but nah, I think he should save it. I think he should literally save it. Like, it goes through him, but I'm going to give the credit to Scrans. I think it's a great header and a brilliant start from Slovakia.
Well, when Ukraine analyse that goal, there'll be a few different positions in which they think they could have stopped it happening. There's an argument you can stop most goals happening, but the throw-in and being allowed to cross it when there are 3 Ukraine players around him, and then being able to get that cross in is one, and then certainly the goalkeeper, it's bounced in front of him. He's coming back across his goal, so he's having to go low down with his right to sort of not so much Gordon Banks against Pele, but it would have to be a half-volley scoop away, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would have to be, and I think once the only reason why I don't think he saved it is because of maybe the pace of the header, and it's so close, like 5 or 6 yards, but I think it looks like it goes under his arm really. But I think you're right, the setup of the throw on and enable the cross to come into the box, and Zinchenko is difficult, it's a mismatch at that back post.
Andrei Rebrov waves his arm into the air in his grey shirt to say, come on, let's see a bit more from you, because Slovakia do deserve that lead. There's no doubt about it. The surprise package in the tournament so far, Slovakia. As Ukraine hope to hit right back. That's a lovely crossfield ball from Zinchenko towards Yarmolenko. Yarmolenko slides in and wins the ball back after Slovakia have got possession back. 27, 10th international. Goal.
See down the right, down there, time choke down the right, he's playing on the right. It's got to be better than that. Zinchenko played him a lovely ball, got no pressure on him, and he just miscontrols it. You can see why Ukraine have struggled so far in this tournament. Their end product and their quality hasn't been nowhere near good enough.
Sorry, 30 Spanish. Slavia Prague in the Czech Republic. It's where he plays his football. Big, tall forward, and got up really well to win that downward header back across the goalkeeper to put Slovakia 1-0 up, and now it's the Slovakia fans who are bouncing in the stands. Slovakia 1, Ukraine 0 on 5 Live and BBC Sounds. Still to come. Mark Chapman will be here with the build-up and half-time of Poland versus Austria, and Kelly Cates here for the build-up of Netherlands-France. That looks like a good one as well. Tasty. Vicky Sparks will be bringing you the commentary of that one with Dion Dublin. Ali Bruce Ball and Conor Cody here for the game between Poland and Austria. Slovakia in possession deep in their own half as Ukraine put the press on, and they'll scurry away from that press with Lobotka. On the right-hand side, they'll try and bring it down with the goal scorer, Scrans, but Ukraine win possession back. Mudrik's barely had a touch. The Chelsea man on the left-hand side so far in this game.
He's the most frustrating footballer I've seen, because sometimes you see Mudrik outstanding, and then you see him in a game like this where he's non-existent. He's one of the top players. You have to go stamp your authority on the game. Go and get the ball and make things happen.
Long ball to the far side. Header won by Slovakia, but the ball had gone out of play, so it will be a throw-in to Ukraine midway inside their own half on the right. How do they get back into this? Confidence will be low in this team now after the 3-0 defeat to Romania. They'll be wondering where the goal's coming from.
struggle massively. They don't keep clean sheets, but at the moment they're struggling to create chances as well. The build-up play, the football is nice and intricate, but to have the final pass, the final cross, it's not been good enough so far. I prefer Zinchenko in the centre midfield role. Yeah. That's where I prefer it. Mikalenko, I think, must have a slight injury because usually he would be playing at left.
Yeah, he is injured, so that's why Zinchenko's on the left, which, you're right, does affect them. But here, they've got a bit of space with Mudryk through the middle. He's running with possession, 25 yards out, and then he just smashes it over the bar. I mean, that has gone seriously high above the bar.
It's not come down yet. It's still not coming down. It might come down in 5 minutes' time. But this is where we see Mudryk, where he's outstanding, because it's a good play, good ball, and his touch and the way he runs with the ball is outstanding. And then he has the shot, which is high and wide. His composure has to be better than that.
He had runners outside him as well, didn't he?
Did.
He could well have used one of them. Mudryk, of course, the Chelsea player, 23 years of age. A fee of up to 89 million on that 8.5-year deal he signed. You'd like one of them, Clinton, wouldn't you?
Definitely, mate. Oh, yeah.
5 goals, 4 assists for Chelsea last season. Bit inconsistent, I think, if you speak to Chelsea supporters from last season.
That's what I mean. We could have 2 good games and then 5 or 6 bad games. Just consistency with him. We know there's talent in there, and we know there's a good player in there. It's just trying to get to that level.
That was Ukraine's second shot. Slovakia have had 5 already, with 4 on target, which gives you a good indication of where the game has been played in this first half so far. We've passed the midway point. Slovakia 1, Ukraine 0 on 5 Live from the BBC and BBC Sounds. 23 minutes of the game gone. Ukraine in possession in the left back spot. Ball down the line, floated, but Slovakia have won the ball back. Good footing though, and Ukraine in yellow have won it. But again, they just can't get there with Bobnik, and Slovakia have got possession back in the centre of midfield with Lobotka.
You know, the 2 teams, you see it, it's like Ukraine are sitting back and then not getting up. It's a bit like how England were yesterday. So Bobnik, the centre forward, is isolated. He needs more help and runners in and around him. I know they're trying to keep it tight, but they're 1-0 down, and I know still there's a long way to go.
Slovakia in possession on the right-hand side with Kuchka. Forced back though by Ukraine. All the way back to Vavro. On halfway. Good play. Duda comes to collect the ball. Gives it back to Vavro, who plays a long ball forward down the left-hand side. And they've managed to get possession here on the left, moving forward. There's Haraslin. He's caused some problems down the left, as you said, Clinton. Tries to get a cross in, but it's with the goalkeeper, Trubin, for Ukraine.
Yeah, you're right, John. Haraslin, he's probably been their best player. He looks really lively down that left-hand side. The front 3 of Slovakia, they've all got ability, and they cause a lot of problems.
Trubin's got it inside his own 6-yard box at the moment for Ukraine, under no pressure at present. Don't forget, subscribe and listen. Football Daily podcast on BBC Sounds. Been listening to that, been listening to your dulcet tones on that. Today's episode, plenty of reaction and disappointment after England's draw against Denmark last night. Debate and reaction throughout the tournament as well. Inside the England and Scotland camps as well for the Football Daily, bring you some behind the scenes bits and pieces, and they do a German phrase of the day as well, which I've got to give you, and then the answer will be in the Football Daily podcast. I've actually just messaged my German friend for a pronunciation guide here, but he's not got back to me, so I'm going to give it a go. It is "Beim Schlafen erwischt." That is the phrase of the day. Find out what it means in the Football Daily podcast.
I think you pronounced that excellent.
You wouldn't know, Clint. I could have been.
I would have still said it was good.
Thanks for your backing. Slovakia in possession on the lip of the centre circle inside their own half. Ball out to the left to Haraslin again, who's done well. Duda now making a run towards the edge of the penalty area. Here is Duda. Is he fouled there? No, Michael Oliver says get up. And Ukraine had possession again. I don't know whether he was caught there or not, or whether he was looking for it, Clinton.
I think he was looking for it, Duda. Harassing again down that left-hand side, causing loads of problems, and I just think it was good defending in the end, but Duda was looking for it. Slightest of contact, he was ready to go down.
27th minute. Slovakia 1, Ukraine 0 on 5 line. Slovakia be happy to keep the ball. They've kept possession so well so far. Ukraine haven't really threatened as yet. Slovakia had possession on the halfway line again. It was Ukraine who had all the possession, 66% against Romania. It's Slovakia who dominated the ball so far in this game.
Can't get the pitch. They're losing the game and they're still trying to stay in their shape. You have to go and press the ball.
There was a bit of criticism, wasn't there, for their manager, Francesco Calzona, who's 55, who took over the Napoli job as Slovakia come forward towards the edge of the penalty area. Ukraine clear away, and then Ukraine get possession in midfield with Sudakov running through the middle, up to halfway. He's looking for a pass, has to go short in the end, talked about a cross-field ball. And now it's with Shaparenko. Left foot pass into the feet of Mudryk is a good one. That's a nice little pass as well. Chance here for Ukraine, and it's a great block. Super block as Artem Dovbyk was about to pull the trigger left-footed and slot it back across the goalkeeper. That could be a key block from Pekarik.
It's brilliant defending from Pekarik. Dovbyk, that's where you see him. That's why he scored all of his goals. It was good little play from Mudryk. He found a little pocket, and it was good feet from Dovbyk, but great defending from Pekarik. Really good defending, but that's better from Ukraine.
Corner on the left-hand side is going to be taken by Zinchenko. He's got 2 arms in the air. There are 5 players in the penalty area. In it comes to the near post, comes off Bozanic. And it's gone behind for another corner for Ukraine, which Zinchenko's going to take quickly and take short to Mudryk. 6 in the middle waiting for a cross. In comes the cross, headed away by Slovakia. Comes back to Mudryk, who strikes it. Comes off a boot, and then stretching left-footed was Yarmolenko, who puts it wide. Goal kick Slovakia.
Yeah, but it's better from Ukraine now. The short corner, Mudryk now getting into the game. The big play comes back out to him. He has a shot, it deflects, and Yarmolenko's just stretching on that back post and can't direct it into the back of the net. But Sergei Rebrov, they've come alive now, Ukraine, and that's what they needed. The fans are getting behind them.
Better from Ukraine, and Slovakia have possession. It was second in Group G in qualification, only lost twice to Portugal, of course, who had that perfect record. Scored 17 goals, only conceded 8. So I say they're a surprise package, but did well in qualifying. A rich history as well, of course, if you include Czechoslovakia when they won it in the 70s. The majority of those players in that Czechoslovakia team were Slovak. So they've produced in this tournament in the past, of course. And they're in possession. Half an hour of the game gone. Slovakia 1, Ukraine 0. And Schranz again, the goal scorer, just like he was against Belgium. Leading scorer.
Going for that golden boot, isn't it, Schranz?
Ukraine get the ball back. They're giving it away again, trying to play out from the back, and Schranz has gone over there to try and dispossess. Brazko puts it into the stand, and it's going to be a throw-in for Slovakia on the right-hand side. Pekarik's got the ball under his arm. He's going to take his time. There's absolutely no rush from Slovakia's point of view at the moment. They've got the lead. In comes the throw towards Schranz. And is that a corner or a goal kick? The referee's given a corner. He was right on top of it there, Michael Oliver, and he pointed straight away for the corner. Goes past Zinchenko, and let's just have another look at it. It's a strong shoulder to shoulder, and I think that maybe does come off the foot of a Slovakia player.
Kuka. Comes off Kuka, you're right, mate. I was going to say Michael Oliver's done a good job so far. He's allowed one mistake.
Just came off Kuchka in the end as he was being challenged by Brazko. Corner for Slovakia on the right-hand side, which Duda is going to take. He's got the old bus stop routine going on here. Slovakia in the penalty area. They're all lined up, 4 of them, and there's been some pushing and shoving, and Michael Oliver in his orange top, black shorts has gone across to have a word with them, the English referee. One arm in the air from Duda. In comes the cross. Deep, whistle goes, and I think that's one of those where he said, I told you about the pushing and shoving, and he's given the free kick to Ukraine inside their own penalty area.
Yeah. See, listen, Michael Oliver's a good referee. This is why he's refereeing at the top tournaments, and he made the right decision there. I think maybe because he thinks maybe I might have got that one wrong. As soon as the ball comes in, I'm giving a free kick.
Ukraine, of course, reached the quarter-finals in 2021. Lost 4-0 to England, of course. Went out in the group stages in their other two appearances in 2012 and 16. I know there's talent in this Ukrainian side, but they are yet to produce their best in the tournament. They trail by a goal to nil on 5 Live and BBC Sounds. And shortly, we will be going racing with John Hunt at the Albany Stakes at Royal Ascot. So that is coming up the closing stages in just a moment, as Ukraine are in possession in the Slovakian half, in centre field, with Matvienko has come up from the back. Now into Shaparenko, playing the ball nicely, Ukraine here, and getting some rare composed possession. Matvienko again, Zinchenko. Great pressing from Slovakia, pressed them all the way back 10 yards inside their own half here. Now they're under pressure with Zabani, who's had to go from left to right. Now they've had to go all the way back to their goalkeeper, Trubin. Slovakia working so hard out of possession. 32 minutes gone. 1-0 Slovakia lead.
Yeah, Zabani had the ball there, and there's no movement in front. He needs runners in behind. They didn't have no runners.
Ball is out on the right-hand side with Yarmolenko for Ukraine, but let's go racing. The closing stages of the Albany Stakes at Royal Ascot. Here's John Hunt.
Thank you, John. Yes, halfway is reached here. 6-furlong race for 2-year-olds. The American runner Burning Pine is already well beaten off. The favourite Fairy Godmother is struggling to land any sort of blow, and she's just been squeezed down now. Her chance looks impossible. Heaven's Gate is the leader. That one, like Fairy Godmother, trained by Aidan O'Brien, being chased now by Mountain Breeze, and also coming home is Simmering up the near side running rail, and now Fairy Godmother from an impossible position has picked up in astonishing style, and that's the most dramatic winner of the week. Fairy Godmother has got up to beat Simmering, and back in third was Heaven's Gate. When she was hampered 2 furlongs out, her chance looked more than remote, it looked impossible, but she's got up to win it. Fairy Godmother, that was a sensational win for her back at the Euros. Sounds as though Ukraine need their Fairy Godmother to step in, John.
Well, they do, and they've just hit the post, so she's not there with them yet, John. Dubravka's just made a brilliant save, low down to his right from Alexander Timchik of Dynamo Kiev. Just got the faintest of touches. It was on the angle, right-hand side, and that's the best chance of the game so far for Ukraine. Clinton Morrison.
Yeah, they've been good. Timchik, they did ever so well. It was good play from Yarmolenko and Dovik up front. It comes to Jim and he drills it, but Dubravka, who we know is an outstanding goalkeeper, just gets the fingertips and tips it onto the post. But it's better from Ukraine.
Slovakia leading by a goal to nil in the 35th minute, and they're back in possession with Duda outside of the right foot, just pokes it out to the left-hand side to Haraslin, and his deep cross, he screams at himself because he put it too close to the goalkeeper, Trubin of Benfica, the 22-year-old who made some really good saves in the first 15 minutes and then conceded to Skrantz with that downward header when maybe, by his own high standards, he said himself in the first 15 minutes, could well have done better with it low down to his right-hand side. 8 shots for Ukraine now, and 1 on target. It's been better from Ukraine as they play the ball long down the left, looking for the run of Mudryk. Good pace from Mudryk. He's in behind here. Mudryk gets the cross in, but it's smothered by Dubravka, who did brilliantly well to come off his line, the 35-year-old Newcastle keeper, and smother low down to his left. That was terrific goalkeeping again, Clinton.
It was brilliant, to be fair, but Ukraine now know how they're going to get him behind. Mudryk's pace, no one can live with him. He does ever so well, and he gets to the back. He had a decision, could he shoot or look for Dobbik in midfield? I mean, in the centre of the goal, but it was good goalkeeping from Dubravka, but it was good play from Mudryk. He's now growing into this game and being a threat.
Slovakia in possession again in the centre circle with Lobotka, who scored against England in World Cup qualifying. Lobotka He's the only one of the players that isn't a giant. When they went along the lineup for the anthems, cameraman's almost missed him. You've just sort of got the top of his head because the rest of them are so tall.
Yeah, they're all over 6 foot, aren't they? Apart from Lobotka, who's a neat and tidy midfielder. He's the one who breaks things up and gives it to the players around them to play.
Slovakia have a free kick midway inside the Ukrainian half, and they've got possession. Snuffed out by Zinchenko, did well there. He's finding himself drifting further forward from left back Zinchenko as Yarmolenko toe-pokes the ball down the outside, looking for the run of Timchik, the player who's just hit the post, the 27-year-old who only played twice in qualifying, but is in the side today as the cross comes in from the right for Ukraine. Mudryk leaps, doesn't get ahead on it, and Slovakia with Lobotka in midfield managed to clear, but they've given it away. Ukraine have got bodies forward here, edge of the penalty area, right hand side. They've got a chance to cross, in it comes, left-footed, and it's over here, and it doesn't find Zinchenko come up from the back, and it's a goal kick to Slovakia.
Yeah, it's good play again, but when Yarmolenko's getting it, there's only 2 players in the box. You've got 4 midfielders outside the box, all asking for the ball. You're not going to score goals from outside the box. You have to have runners get into the box. But yeah, Mudryk's the one for me, and Yarmolenko on that right hand side. If they're going to get back in, it's going to come through them two.
Well, Francesco Calzona, as I was saying, 55 years of age, manager of Napoli since February, so been doing the 2 jobs side by side, and a lot of criticism from certain parts in Slovakia for whether he'd be able to concentrate on doing the 2 jobs, but so far the proof is in the pudding.
I've never heard of that. That's the first, but fair play. The proof is in the pudding, and he's doing well so far. To manage 2 jobs like that is fantastic.
Yeah, replace Walter Materazzi.
So he gets paid by both. He's a clever man. Ninja.
Yeah. Very, very clever stuff.
Very.
Doing all right. His agent's done well for him now.
He's got a brilliant agent.
Here comes Slovakia, his team, down the left-hand side again. The goalkeeper Skrantz tries to play a little 1-2 with Lobotka, but he's just overhit the pass back to him, says sorry and runs off because it's a goal kick for Ukraine. Ukrainian fans look nervous in the stands. They know this is a huge, almost hour coming up for them. They're staring down the barrel of going out of the tournament.
Yeah, I'm probably one of the first teams. And like you're thinking about it, and I'm thinking, Rebrov, he'll probably be happy over the last 10 or 15 minutes, but when you're on top, John, you have to score. And that's what Slovakia did. When they were on top in the first 15, 20 minutes, they scored. So when you have spells in the game, you have to be clinical.
Ball over the top, looking for the run of Timchik, and a foul in midfield and a free kick. Shaparenko was fouled there, again of Dynamo Kiev, 25-year-old, and it's going to be a free kick on the halfway line, which they've taken quickly, Ukraine, and Zinchenko is in possession. Plays it across the back, Sudakov on the halfway line, and now Zabani, Bournemouth defender, into the feet of Shaparenko again as Ukraine build, kicking from left to right, all in yellow. Patient this time, and again Slovakia organised and disciplined in behind the ball. 5 minutes plus added time to half-time. Ukraine coming forward. Now a little pocket of space, maybe 25 yards from goal. Now Zinchenko on the left, up from left back. He's got 4 to aim for in the middle. In comes the cross. It's looking for the striker there, Dovbyk, but the referee's given a free kick, maybe high feet.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know where Dovbyk is going when Zinchenko gets the ball. He's already headed the ball, making his run before Zinchenko's even got his head up to get his crosses in. I know he scored a lot of goals, but on the evidence of this, his movement in the first half hasn't been good enough, apart from one opportunity where Mudryk played him in. But yeah, he has to be doing better. And I think there's a slight bit of high foot by Michael Oliver gave it, but I don't think his foot was that high, John.
It wasn't that high, was it? But he did kick Hanko.
Yes, he did.
Accidentally. And Hanko went to ground, making a flying header. So he's given it for that little kick, hasn't he? But you're right about the runs. 24 goals, 32 appearances. I see what you're saying so far. Going early. And they need him. They really do need him. At the moment, La Liga's leading scorer needed to find something. Artem Dovbyk on his 27th birthday. Zabani for Ukraine, deep in his own half. Ukraine building and coming over the halfway line with Timchik. Timchik surging over the halfway line and giving it to Yarmolenko on the right-hand side, level with the Slovakian penalty area, goes to ground, and Michael Oliver's saying, yes, that is a free kick, you did get touched. He brings the magic spray out of its holster, and it will be a good opportunity to cross from the right-hand side here for Ukraine.
Michael Oliver gave it, but the line, I don't think the line will give it. And
not touched him, has it?
There's no contact whatsoever. Yarmolenko's brought that free kick. Clever play, but no, it's not a foul in my eyes.
One for Chris Sutton, simulation game, that with Chris and Robbie.
Oh, Chris would be all over that.
He would. He would. There was no contact whatsoever on Yarmolenko. He's just decided he's going to go down when he's knocked it past him, the 34-year-old. But Ukraine do have a very useful free kick here. There's some rain on the camera lens in Dusseldorf at the moment. Rain steadily falling, and Ukraine with 5 in the penalty area. On the right-hand side, this free kick 2 yards outside the penalty area. Zinchenko whips it in. Dubravka makes the save at his near post, and he needed to. Ukraine trying to get hold of the second ball, and it's going to go out for a goal kick to Slovakia, who defended that really well. It's a sharp save.
It is. Dubravka does ever so well. You can see Zinchenko has his quality, and he's just trying to whip it into a dangerous area, but in on goal. So if there's no contact like there were, he could sneak in, but it was good goalkeeping from Dubravka. You have to watch that, and good parry away as well.
He anticipated it well, Dubravka, made a little step, ball in black to his left, just as Zinchenko was approaching the ball. Zinchenko struck it well, sort of just with his instep, and a good save low down to his left-hand side. He's had a really good half, the Newcastle keeper. And Slovakia lead by a goal to nil, and we've got 2 minutes plus added time to half-time on 5 Live and BBC Sounds. Ukraine in possession, but they've lost the ball. Slovakia have it in their half, and there's some space here for Duda and Haraslin on the left, and he puts in a shot, and it's a good save from Trubin, low down to his left-hand side, and it'll be a corner for Slovakia, who have almost doubled their lead.
Yeah, Haraslin again on that left-hand side comes in, and I think there's a slight deflection, and Trubin does ever so well. He gets a strong hand and tips it around, but Brasco, who came in today in the midfield, he's having a poor game. He gives the ball away, too indecisive. Haraslin with the shot, another good save from Trubin.
Corner for Slovakia, leading by a goal to nil. Almost finds a way past him, those deflected efforts. It's a good save again. It's his 4th decent save of the half. Anatoly Trubin of Benfica. Corner going to be taken by Duda on the right-hand side. In it comes, headed away. Then an overhead kick is acrobatic, but not executed well on the edge of the penalty area, and Ukraine will clear away towards Mudryk. But there he is again, Lobotka, who manages to get hold of possession, and Slovakia have it back with a minute plus added time to go at the end of the first half. Slovakia 1, Ukraine 0.
Yeah, it's been a good first half, to be fair. I think Ukraine have probably look on possession, might have shaded it, but what with Slovakia is when they go forward, they've got the front three that can cause loads of problems, where Ukraine have struggled to create stuff, but they've dominated possession.
Slovakia in possession inside their own half. Deep with Skriniar, the captain, 29-year-old of Paris Saint-Germain, won Serie A with Inter. It's a sub versus England, and made his debut in 2016, and is a very, very good centre-back, as he's proving for Slovakia, who's still yet to concede in this tournament. We've got 1 minute of added time at the end of the half, and Haraslin's got the ball on the left again. In comes a low cross, cleared away partially by Zabani, and the referee spotted an infringement there. Haraslin can't believe it, wearing 17 with his full sleeve on his left arm, and he's putting his arms up in the air to say, didn't touch him, ref. The international signal for didn't touch him, ref, that was, and it'll be a free kick for Ukraine deep in their own half. You need to get to half-time, I imagine, and just regroup.
Yeah, and keep on going. I don't think he'll make changes. I think he'll wait for 15 minutes after and then make changes, because as I said, I think this is a must-win for Ukraine, or definitely a must-not lose anyway, that's for sure.
Long ball forward from fullback. Expected to qualify with Belgium out of this group, Ukraine. But Slovakia have had something to say about that so far. Ukraine in possession near the halfway line, and there goes the half-time whistle from Michael Oliver, and it is Slovakia 1, Ukraine 0, and it's that man again, Skrans, who scored 10 minutes later than he did against Belgium, but Slovakia are just saying, we'll do it all again. Ukraine did hit the post in the first half through Timchik. Dubravka's made a couple of really good saves, but you cannot deny that Slovakia deserved that lead, Clinton Morrison.
Yeah, they do deserve it. They've been very good going forward. They're a well-organised team. They haven't got superstars, but what they are, everyone knows their job, and it's been a good. And when you look at Ukraine, sometimes too many individual players, but as I say, they thoroughly deserve to be going in at 1-0. But there is a lot of positive for Ukraine to take, where they are creating half chances.
Slovakia have 1 foot in the knockout stages, and Ukraine could be heading out of the tournament unless they improve. Half-time, Slovakia 1, Ukraine 0. Massive half of football for Ukraine, especially as Sergei Rebrov comes back out and takes his seat in the dugout, and his team are out there early, sent them out there early as Slovakia wait to take the field, but they were very much second best Ukraine in the first half. They did create chances. They were maybe unfortunate not to be level when Timchik hit the post, but it was a good save low down to his right-hand side by Dubravka, who just got the slightest little feather touch to it. Out comes Slovakia. Something will need to change in the second half for Ukraine. Clinton Morrison.
Yeah, they'll have to be better in that final third. As I said, better cross, better delivery of working the goalkeeper. Topic, the centre forward has to do better. If not, you're going to have to look to your bench to try and make changes, because I think the first 15 or 20 minutes is vital that Ukraine try and get a goal.
Ukraine are going to get the second half underway. They are all in yellow. Skrans, the tournament's leading scorer, got the goal again. He scored against Belgium in their 1-0 win. Camera's just done a big close-up of him as Slovakia's manager goes to take his seat in the dugout. His grey suit on, his blue shirt. He'll be pretty happy with what he's seen from his side so far, as Dubravka's the last one out. They're actually waiting for Dubravka to get the game underway, and he's going to have to run all the way into his goal. He throws his water bottle to one side.
They like to start on time here. I'm surprised they didn't say, if you're not back out, we're starting.
That'd be a first.
That would be a first.
Start without a keeper. Dubravka brushes the ground, kisses his right glove, and he is in position, and Michael Oliver will get us underway for the second half, with Slovakia leading by a goal to 0. On BBC Sounds and your smart speaker, just say play BBC Radio 5 live. We are underway with all your Euros action live, and of course top coverage of the general election as well. And we've had a clash of heads with the first bit of action of the second half. Zinchenko's up, he looks all right, but down on the ground is Pekarik, and that did look nasty, Clinton.
Yeah, it's full-on clash of heads. I hope both players will be all right. Pekarik looks like he's come off the worst. He's still down, and we'll have to check him, do all the concussion tests and stuff. But Zinchenko's up, and yeah, he's all right. So hopefully Pekarik will be all right as well.
Yeah, he's laying on his back. He's got the physio and the doctor with him at the moment, and they're just rubbing the top right-hand corner of his forehead where he took the impact.
John, I'm telling you now, the way they're rubbing out the ice on, I think he'll be all right. There you go, because no one wants that ice on your head like that. I've had it a few times. I said to physio, are you all right? I've got a head injury. Take my time. He's like, no, you'll be all right. I was like, I'm not putting that ice on. I'm getting up. I'm carrying on.
He is up. You're absolutely right, and he does carry on. And Zinchenko sort of flexes his jaw as he comes back onto the pitch as well. He's just had a brief checking over, and both players are back on the field now. No changes at half-time for either team. The headline team news coming into this was Anatoly Trubin being preferred in goal to Andrei Lunin of Real Madrid after his mistakes in the first game for Ukraine. He made 3 very good saves early on, but then maybe could have done better with a downward header from Skrans, which put Slovakia 1-0 up, as Ukraine are defending deep in their own half. And Slovakia have won a throw-in right by the corner flag after some top ratting from Bozanic up there.
I like it. You pronounced that ever so well. He was writing and he done ever so well. Sabani took too long to deal with the football. Ended up giving a throw-in in a dangerous position.
So it's a throw-in by the corner flag on the right-hand side for Slovakia. They're going to take the time over this, and Michael Oliver's saying, come on, get on with it. They haven't been quick to take throw-ins and free kicks, let's just say that, after getting that 1-0 lead. Slovakia, and they are in possession with good football coming down the right-hand side. It's cleared out of play, it's another throw-in. Let's go back racing to Royal Ascot and John Hunt.
The Group 1 Commonwealth Cup, less than 2 furlongs to go. Inisherin, the favourite, being produced to come and take the lead here, narrowly out in front from Starlust in second place. Then in third position comes Kind of Blue. Inisherin, though, looks in charge. Jasser is finishing out of the pack very strongly. He's going into second place. But Inisherin, he was the form choice, and he's so good. Inisherin, a straightforward win, and a big Commonwealth Cup win it is for trainer Kevin Ryan and jockey Tom Eaves. He's beat them hands down. Lake Forest getting up with Jasser for the places, but Inisherin, a deserved big race win in the Commonwealth Cup.
Yeah, it sounded like a super win for Inisherin. Thank you, John. We'll go back there one more time at Royal Ascot for the final stages of the racing there. Went a couple of years ago to Royal Ascot. Had a brilliant time. Never been before. Fantastic. Got dressed up.
It's a good day out.
It is a good day. Slovakia in possession. Ball down the right-hand side. Ball headed out of play. It's a throw-in to Slovakia midway inside the Ukraine half. As we came in, there was photographers there, like paparazzi, and they said, excuse me, to me and my girlfriend Amber, can we have a photo? And I said, yeah, no problem. I put my arm around her, and they said, not you, sir. They got me out of the shot.
Oh, brilliant.
I was like, that's charming.
Brilliant.
Slovakia in possession, but Ukraine and Zinchenko have nicked the ball away, and Zinchenko brings the ball forward towards the halfway line, then pings a sweet left-footed crossfield ball to Timchik on the right-hand side. In possession in midfield is Sudakov of Shakhtar Donetsk. That's given away possession though, and getting it back in midfield, it's that man again, Stanislas Lobotka of Napoli, and they have it back here. He really does do a super job in there for them in the centre of midfield. And now here's Duda, the playmaker. They've got the ingredients, you know, to trouble, as we saw with Belgium, some teams if they do make it through to the knockout stages.
Yeah, definitely. They've got experienced players and players that are playing at a good level, at club level as well. But Brasko, midfield for Ukraine, he's come in and he's been poor. He keeps giving the ball away. So I think that's where Rebrov will be looking to make changes soon.
Here comes Slovakia down the left, but that's an overhit pass looking for Lukasz Hrazlin, and it's out for a throw-in to Ukraine. Deep in their own half, right-hand side. You've been listening to the Carl Walker podcast, Clinton. I've been really enjoying it, taking you inside the dressing room to find out what it takes to win. I really like it. You'll never beat Carl Walker.
Well, I think it's a great podcast when you say you'll never beat Carl Walker, because no one does beat Carl Walker, do they? Let's be honest. So yeah, it's a good podcast, and it's a really interesting listen.
When he went down for England and it looked like he just tweaked something, I was like, ooh. Anyway, here goes Mudryk down the left-hand side. It's a good-looking cross. In it comes, headed up in the air by striker Dovbyk, but he just couldn't get good enough purchase on it despite his frame, despite being 6'2". He was just slightly behind him, was it, Clinton, do you think?
Yeah, I need to see the replay. I think he mistimes it. I think it's brilliant play from Mudryk.
In comes the throw from Ukraine.
Yeah, we'll have to see the replay, John.
We will see it shortly as Slovakia are in possession in the left-back position, and they'll clear down the line, but they've given it away to Timchik for Ukraine. In comes a cross right-footed, but it's under hit from Shaparenko. And now, again, Lobotka had his shirt pulled, and the referee's going to pull it back there for a free kick to Slovakia.
He's a threat, John. Mudryk, he's a threat. He does ever so well. He puts it through Perikik. Whips a great ball in. No, he mistimes the header, Dovbyk. I'm watching the replay there now, and he's mistimed the header. He's completely mistimed. He doesn't look like a centre forward that scored that much goals this season, because if you scored that much goals, your timing and your runs would be outstanding, and you just head that right back into the far corner. Or maybe he's lacking a bit of confidence at the moment.
Could well need one. Could well need a goal.
Yeah.
Because because 24 goals in 32 starts in La Liga for Girona is not an easy thing to do, with a couple of hat-tricks in there, including a 6-minute hat-trick. So he certainly, in club football this season, has known where the goal is.
At any level, if you're scoring goals, you come into football, you feel like every game you can score goals, and it just hasn't happened for him at the moment. But he'll keep going, he'll keep believing and getting in there.
Slovakia in possession on the lip of the centre circle inside their own half, with Lobotka, who plays a lovely little ball down the line, and now they've got some space ahead of them. It's with Hanko moving towards the edge of the penalty area. Now it's Haraslin, gets to the byline, gets it back across. Important little touch from the defender to put it into the arms of Trubin, and that was an important touch.
It was Haraslin again on that left-hand side. I just keep talking about him, he's so good.
Ukraine have given it away again, and now they've won the ball back. Shaparenko is a bit slow with it. Mudryk is going through the middle, finds Dovbyk. Dovbyk checks and goes back. He's inside the penalty area. He's on the left-hand side. He goes outside the penalty area. Still in possession, Ukraine. Left-hand side, Zinchenko. Low cross chance, goal! Ukraine are level. What an important goal for Ukraine. Both the team and the country. They're still alive in the Euros. Shaparenko, left-footed, first time around the penalty spot. Beats Dubravka finally. Ukraine's fans are on their feet. He looks to the skies. It's Slovakia 1, Ukraine 1.
Yeah, Shaparenko is a really good finish, but the quality is from Zinchenko. But Mudryk does ever so well. Don't give it to Dovbyk. Just keep going. You've committed players. You have the defender one-on-one. But Dovbyk, eventually it comes to Zinchenko, and Zinchenko's pick out is absolutely top class, because most fullbacks would have just whipped that into the danger area. He sees him, and it's a brilliant finish. It's a fantastic finish, left foot past Dubravka. Great finish, because it would have to be something good to beat Dubravka. He's been in good form. Really good finish. He just caresses it, left foot into that far corner. Fantastic goal.
Zinchenko's got the tiniest corridor to hit with that pass, and he shredded it onto the left boot of Shaparenko of Dynamo Kiev. Oh, he only came back from an ACL injury in May, Shaparenko, and now he has scored a massive goal for his country. Can they go on and win it now, Ukraine?
Yeah, they've got a great opportunity. And this is what I wanted from Ukraine. Get more players into the box. Maybe Rebrov said that to them at half-time. You have players and runners in, and now this is going to be a brilliant second half.
Ukraine have got possession again on the left with the dangerous Mudryk. Infield, Yarmolenko, centre field, 30 yards from the Slovakia goal. Good football this. Screams from the Ukraine fans as they're in possession. On the right with a cross in towards the near post is Timchik, headed away by Slovakia. Mudryk gets the ball back. There are plenty of yellow shirts forward. The goal is definitely lifted Ukraine here. And now for the first time we'll have to see whether Slovakia can weather a storm. They had those two bits of fortune, perhaps you could say, with the VAR decisions against Belgium.
It's in a different way. This Dovbyk, I struggle. I don't want to feel like I'm having a go at him. Even balls around the corner, he doesn't anticipate stuff. He doesn't anticipate stuff that's up and around him. There, Yarmolenko plays an intelligent ball into the channel, and he's always second to react to things, but he'll probably go and score the winner, John. I said the same thing the other day about Kramaric, and he went and scored a goal.
Well, now you said it, perhaps he will. As Slovakia are in possession, they've got the ball back on the edge of their own penalty area. Shaparenko was the youngest player to the youngest player to score in the Ukrainian top flight history, second youngest I should say, the age of 16 and 238 days. It's his second international goal. Won't have scored a bigger one for his country. Huge goal from Shaparenko, a lovely finish with his left foot to put Ukraine level. 57th minute, 5 Live and BBC Sounds. Mudryk chips the ball out to the right. Much more confidence about the play now in possession from Ukraine. As I think the goal scorer there, Shaparenko, is dealing with a bang to the face. The game's going on around him at the moment, and Michael Oliver will stop it because it's a head injury. So he's going to get some treatment.
If you're not going off, get on with it. Come on. telling him to have a look. Just come on, let's get on with it. You just scored a goal. Your team are on the front foot. You don't want treatment. Let's get on with it.
He's got bang on the nose, he's telling Michael Oliver there.
It must be sore, but if he's all right. He said he didn't want no treatment, and as I said, your team are on the front foot. You don't want to stop this.
So Michael Oliver's given the ball to Trubin, the Slovakia goalkeeper, and said give it back to Ukraine, I think. Give it back to Slovakia, rather, has he? No, he's just got on with it. I don't know what he was telling him there, to be honest. But the ball forward is played by Ukraine, and Slovakia come up with possession, edge of their own penalty area. Duda, chip forward, right-hand side, down the line, looking for a run. Slovakia have got some good possession here, level with the penalty area on the right-hand side, and they've got players forward, but that's a cross which might have been a shot actually, which is charged down, and Ukraine have come back up with possession in their own penalty area. Slovakia 1, Ukraine 1. This would suit Slovakia, I think.
Yeah, because I think that might be good enough to get through, even if it was a third place. They finished in third place. I think 4 points would be enough to get through.
And it wouldn't be the worst thing for Ukraine, but with Belgium still to come, they'll feel like surely they
want to get the 3 points. Yeah,
they need to win it.
Definitely, I agree.
Ukraine with the ball over the top, looking for striker Dovbyk, and comes inside, finds the goal scorer Shaparenko. Now inside is Brazko. He's still in possession here, centre field, with Sudakov. Now Shaparenko again, deflected cross, and Dubravka has to stretch for it as it was heading for the top corner, looping, but he plucked it out of the sky, and he's in possession in his own penalty area, obviously. Got the ball in his hands, and it's still 1-1.
Yeah, Shaparenko again coming into it, causing problems, trying to get the ball in. I think he's looking for Dovbyk in a slight deflection, but Dubravka moved his feet ever so well, and it was comfortable for him. But Slovakia just want to take the sting out of things and get a few passes in, because they keep losing the ball and Ukraine keep coming forward, and now they're going to make a double substitution.
Right, so the first changes of the game then. Lazio Benes is going to come on, along with Tukta. 10 and 11 coming on.
I think Duda's one who's gone off.
Going off is Bozanic and Duda.
Yep.
So they're the first changes we've seen so far. What do you think the thinking is there then with those changes?
I just think maybe, Ukraine is starting to dominate, just need some fresh legs, different personnel, to try and get Slovakia going in the second half, because they haven't really started yet.
Here are Ukraine with Yarmolenko on the right-hand side. That's a lovely little ball. Low cross into the near post, cleared away. It was a good cross from Timchik, and running towards the near post there was Dovbyk, but he couldn't get hold of it. They want to throw on the right-hand side. Yarmolenko is there again. In comes the low cross behind, corner for Ukraine.
Yeah, Yarmolenko's been good, I know he's getting on in years, but he has that quality on that left-hand side where he can chop, he can get crosses in, he picks the right pass. Zinchenko's getting the crowd going. So, yeah, it's Ukraine that are in the ascendancy at the moment.
Ukraine on the right-hand side have possession, short corner. In comes the cross from their goal scorer, but it's cleared away by Slovakia. High. Header won by a yellow shirt for Ukraine midway inside the Slovakia half, but they've been forced all the way back to their goalkeeper, who plays a long high ball towards Bosnic, and the referee has said there's an offside flag gone up. Was it a little bit sloppy, that, from Bosnic, from the recycled possession and from the ball being played long, just running back onside? Yeah, he was offside. That's just, you're a striker.
It's lazy. Even my teammates would be screaming at me, and my manager would be going mad on the touchline. Squeeze up. If the defenders can squeeze up, centre forward should be squeezing up. I've done it many a times, so I'm the best to comment on it. It's lazy centre forward play.
Yeah, so David Strelec is on, Bozanic off, Benes for Duda for Slovakia, who were leading by a goal to nil, but have been pegged back by Ukraine. 1-1. 29 minutes plus added time remaining as a Slovakian player goes down holding his face here under the challenge of Yarmolenko. Stands over him saying, come on, you're okay.
You know what I think it is with Hanko? I think he's felt something. I think he's felt a muscular injury in his groin. I think he did kick it out of play. So I think he had possession of the ball and he's kicked it out of play. So I think it's a muscular injury. You can see watching it. He just overstretches there and he feels it straight away.
Yeah, he has pulled his groin. He was stretching with his left foot to control the ball and immediately felt it go. Players very rarely carry on once that happens, especially so deep into a game. You know it's a nasty little tear. Hopefully that's not his tournament, but I'd be amazed if he carries on. That amazing block from Hanko on the line against Belgium as well. He's back up.
The physio's put the hand up and says he looks like he's alright. That always amazes me, you know, where you've kicked the ball out, you felt something in your groin, and 2 minutes later you say you're alright. Not on my radar, no way.
Also, would you want the magic spray there? I've just had half a can of it.
Yeah, I'm not sure I want the magic spray where they're spraying that, that's for sure.
Looks like it's done the job for the minute. Looks like he's going to come back.
That is why it's called the magic spray.
For those who haven't experienced the magic spray, Clinton?
It is brilliant. It does work wonders, to be fair. 1 minute you're hurting and the next minute you feel 100%.
Just cold?
Yeah, it's very cold, but so I never went down because unless I definitely 100% needed it, because it's too cold. You don't need it. But then, oh no, it's not hot there today. It's raining, so you definitely don't want it on a cold day that it is there. When it's hot, you definitely want it. You spray it all over.
I'm not sure that's recommended.
No, it's not. Do not try it at home.
There's Ukraine are in possession down the right-hand side. That's a cross-come shot in the end. And the Ukrainian players are looking at Timchik and saying, what are you doing there? As we get a little close-up there of Hanko, who's had the top of his right side strapped up and he's got his shorts pulled up on one side, down on the other. And he's fiddling with the tape that they've just put on him.
Probably give him 5 more minutes and he'd probably be off because
it'll stiffen up.
It will stiffen up and stuff, yeah.
Just seeing a replay of the goal. Super ball from Zinchenko. Lovely finish from Shaparenko. Left-footed. It's a nice moment for him. Spent pretty much the whole of last season injured with an ACL injury. He was out for 9 months. Only came back last game of the season for his club. Only came back to play for the national team in the warm-up matches ahead of this tournament, and then he goes and scores a goal. Because that's what you think. That's what you think about when you're on that treatment table for that long, isn't it?
Yeah,
doing something like that.
Definitely. And mentally, it can be hard. You got to be mentally strong when you've got big, long injuries. So yeah, fair play to him. He's in the right place at the right time, and he still had a lot of work to do. So it's a good finish.
They can easily go over the crossbar, those, can't they? Ball rolling towards you.
Yeah, when it's coming back across. And you know what I liked it? The way he caressed it and directed it into the far corner to be a goalkeeper of the Bagpa, who's been really good this afternoon so far.
Wasn't right in the corner, but it was the pace on it.
The pace on it, yes.
That got it past the goalkeeper. As it's a throw-in to Slovakia after a misplaced pass. And even the assistant referee's asking Hanko here, are you okay? Because he doesn't look to be moving all right. Now across comes another teammate, the captain, Skriniar. He says, you sure you're all right?
Skriniar's saying he's made the decision for him. You've got to go off. Like, yeah, you've got to go off, but you can't just stop there.
He's not going.
No, he's not.
I'm not leaving, he's saying. I am not leaving. So he stayed on the pitch here, Hanko. He's not running convincingly for Slovakia. He's their left back. Even though all of his teammates, including his captain, were telling him to go off. It's offside. There's a long crossfield ball played by Slovakia. Ukraine will have possession with 24 minutes to play. Plus added time, 5 Live and BBC Sounds. And why not just tell your smart speaker to play BBC Radio 5 Live? It should do it if you ask nicely, as we're going to see more changes made. So Slovakia are going to make a couple here. They're going to bring on Suslov. And they're going to bring on Obert. And Yarmolenko, at 34 years of age, has gone off. And for Ukraine.
And Dobvit has gone off as well, centre forward.
Yeah, he just failed to make an impact.
Yeah.
So Dobvit is off as well.
And Yarmchuk's come on.
Yarmchuk,
that's it.
Number 9, comes on for Ukraine. 5 Live from the BBC. Changes still being made in Dusseldorf. In the rain, 1-1. Ukraine really do need to find a winning goal. If Slovakia find one, they're through to the knockout stages. As that's a bit sloppy, it's played straight out of play, and it's going to be a throw-in here to Slovakia, 10 yards inside the Ukraine half on the right.
I'm surprised about Harassling going off. I think he's been their best player on the left-hand side, so him going off, I'm very surprised. I know they've been quiet in the second half, and maybe what you have we keep at the moment. But I am surprised that he's come off. Very surprised.
Hanko has gone off, Haraslin off, Suslov Ober on. Yeah, Haraslin, I mean, he'll be relieved, I think, won't he? Pekarik, that he's gone off.
Yeah, definitely he will be. Glad to see the back of him. He's been outstanding.
Ukraine in possession, 1-1. Goal scorer Shaparenko in possession. Play a crossfield ball to the right-hand side. That's a nice pass. And it's found Timchik, who's had a good game, coming into the side. Ukraine still in possession. They've got 3, 4, 5 now in the penalty area. Here's Mudryk, puts in a low cross, comes off the defender. Corner for Ukraine. Fans on their feet behind the goal, willing their sides. They know how much it means to everyone back home. They've all got their own stories. They've got 22 minutes plus added time to find a goal, you would think, to help them through to the knockout stages after that 3-0 defeat to Romania in the opening match. In comes the corner, flick on at the near post, but headed away by Slovakia. It was a good corner that actually, just missed the flick at the near post. And Ukraine have got possession, lip of the centre circle, inside their own half. Good football back there, and they knock it back to their goalkeeper. It was a good corner, that, Clinton.
Yeah, Mudryk, that's who you don't want to get into the game more. He has spells where 5 minutes he's lively, but really good balling.
Offside flag.
Right, he just needed runners across the near post to maybe get a flick on it.
Offside flag goes up, and it'll be a free kick to Slovakia deep in their own half. France play later today against the Netherlands, of course. It's 8 o'clock, and the latest series of Sport's Strangest Crimes is about the extraordinary feud between two players that rocked the PSG women's team and French football. It's narrated by Maisie Adam, and you can listen to the episodes first on BBC Sounds. Highly recommend that one for you. Clinton Morrison with me for this commentary of Slovakia-Ukraine in Group E on 5 Live, with the score tied at 1-1. 20 minutes plus added time remaining. Zinchenko trying to find a way through. A little bit overzealous there in midfield. The substitute was Zubkov, and it's going to be a throw-in, a free kick rather, for Slovakia. It was Lobotka, the little man in midfield, who was fouled. Taking the free kick short. Slovakia in possession, all in blue. Left-hand side, they're in possession just before the halfway line. It's nice feet, good play, but Ukraine's press has been so much better in this second half, and they've won possession. And they go down the right now with Shaparenko, wins a throw-in for his side on the right. They're just quicker into that press, aren't they, Clinton?
They are, and this second half, whatever Rebrov said to them, they've been on the front foot, they've been dominating possession. I'm surprised the possession is 51 to Slovakia, because it feels like they've had much more of Ukraine now. But yeah, they've been better in the second half. They're hoping to get this winner.
Long high ball down the left-hand side, looking for the run of Zinchenko. Wins the header, but it's straight into the arms of Martin Dubravka in his short sleeves, all in black with his white gloves, who rolls it out. Slovakia will have possession back. You feel like there's another few really good chances to come in this game, and of course with Ukraine going forward, they might well leave the odd hole in behind as well for Slovakia to exploit, who have been pretty clinical so far in this tournament. And they don't concede many. Scored 17 in qualifying, conceded 8, and they're in possession deep in their own half, playing the ball out from the back at the moment. We've got more live football, of course, on 5 Live for you. Poland-Austria, the build-up to that, and half-time of Poland-Austria with Mark Chapman on the way, and Ali Bruce Ball with Connor Cody. Looking forward to that. And then tonight, Netherlands versus France. Clinton Morrison's just been in his man cave when he's not been with us on 5 Live, watching every single moment of 3 games a day.
I'll be doing that today. I'll miss the second one. I listen to the radio on my way home, but once I get there today, no one don't distract me between 8 and 10 because I'll be watching the game.
Free kick for Ukraine, deep in their own half on the right-hand side, by the right-hand touchline. Just you in the man cave, or anyone in there with you?
No, just me. The kids sometimes they're not kids, they're 17 and 18 that sometimes want to come in, but I say, if you're going to talk, then I'm not letting you in there. Watch the game.
No talking, Roy.
No talking, let's just enjoy the football.
It's a good job you haven't got that role for this, else it'd be pretty lonely for me.
Yeah, of course.
Ukraine have got it. Deep in their own half. 17 minutes plus added time. 1-1 in Dusseldorf. They're in possession on the right-hand side. That's a lovely little slide rule pass. And here's Timchik. Got a chance to cross, right-footed, but it's intercepted by Slovakia, who clear away. And that's a lovely little turn on midway inside his own half there. What a brilliant turn that was from Suslov, the substitute, and now they switch the play to the right-hand side, and they're surging forward through Pekarik. Pekarik up to the edge of the penalty area. He's going to fire one left-footed. That was a tired-looking shot with his swinger. It's blocked by Ukraine. Slovakia have the ball back, trying to find a way into the penalty area. Zinchenko's been excellent in the second half. He brings the ball out of defence. Mudryk has managed to find his target, and now here goes Ukraine, surging through the middle. They've got help here with Mudryk. Mudryk's been forced wide left foot. He puts in a shot and hits the post. Low down to Dubravka's right. I think he had it covered, but he's just let it hit the post, Dubravka, and Slovakia have got possession back.
Yaremchuk, it is one of the worst passes you'll see in football. I don't know why he's bobbled it or overhit it to Mudryk, and now Mudryk's gone down, probably feeling something in his ankle or his calf. You don't need him being injured, but Yaremchuk's got to do better than that. Yeah, Mudryk's feeling his calf, so hopefully it's not too bad. He has to give him a better ball. And Skriniar, it's good defending from Skriniar. He wants him to go. If he wants you to go there, then lay the pass and go for goal yourself and use Mudryk as the dummy runner to go there. But it's a poor pass. Really poor.
Yaremchuk, the substitute, just overhits it. Mudryk fires that left foot shot. And Dubravka's just let it hit the post. He knows he's got his near post covered. So just lets it hit the post rather than concede the corner. It's actually a really good decision in the end. I mean, obviously it could have gone anywhere, but I think he knew it was going to hit the outside of his post, the way where he was in the goal.
Yeah, he did. Yaremchuk, he's got to do better though, John. That's the most frustrating thing, Yaremchuk. It's decision making, and that's what I said earlier on. When to pick that right pass, and he just overhit the pass.
I think it might just have hit. Just watch another replay. Dubravka's right knee.
Yeah, hit his knee.
Yeah, you said that.
Yeah, his knee.
Yaremchuk at Valencia last season on loan from Club Bruges. 14 goals for his country. Mudryk is okay with that calf that Clinton mentioned a few moments ago. He mops his brow with his left forearm, and Ukraine are in possession. Deep in their own half. 15 minutes plus added time remaining. Slovakia 1, Ukraine 1 on BBC Sounds and on your smart speaker. Your home of the Euros and the 2024 general election, as Ukraine bring the ball forward towards halfway and over halfway. And now with Shaparenko running forward down the right hand side into the feet of Yaremchuk. Now on the right hand side they've got it with Zubkov trying to find a way in. Good play, nice 1-2. Zubkov is still there, trying to find a ball into the box. Goes back to Shaparenko, still in possession now in the centre of the pitch with Brazko. Good left foot strike, but it's blocked. Will it find its way to Sublov? It will, and the challenge goes in by a Slovakian player, but he goes to ground looking like he's been fouled there by Shaparenko, but the referee said play on. It was Suslov who went down, but now Michael Oliver stops the game.
Yeah, but he doesn't need to stop it, because Suslov thought he was going to get the foul and decided to get up, then all of a sudden went back down because he knew he weren't getting the foul. I don't like that. I know referees are told to stop it, but for me you just got to continue it, because that basically trying to be clever there.
still down, and holding is holding pretty much everywhere, every part of each leg. Just watching the replay again. It's just a clash of knees, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a clash of knees, and he'll be all right, and he is all right. That's what I said. I know he'll be all right. It's just clever play to try and slow down the game because your team are under pressure.
Michael Oliver has got the ball under his arm and he's marching towards the Ukraine goalkeeper here. He's going to give Ukraine the ball back because they were in possession on the edge of the centre circle. But that's a good challenge coming in, and they needed Zabani there, Ukraine, to put in a block, and Slovakia have got some space on the right hand side and are moving forward. It's into the feet of Kuchka. Here comes Slovakia into the penalty area now with some good defending by 21-year-old Zabani of Bournemouth. He puts the ball out of play, and it's a throw-in on the left-hand side for Slovakia, who are enjoying a bit of possession here, and they're crowded out going down the line, and it's a throw-in to Ukraine, says Michael Oliver. Midway inside their own half, on the right. Go all the way back to their goalkeeper, Trubin. Having to play out from the back. Slovakia have got a press on here. All in blue. Ukraine still in possession, trying to play themselves around the press. 12 minutes plus added time remaining. Slovakia 1, Ukraine 1 on 5 Live. 2 more games of live Euros commentary still to come. Zubkov wearing the number 20 for Ukraine.
Looks lively, Zubkov. You want to get him further up the field. He looks like he will cause problems on this right hand side.
We'll go racing again with the Coronation Stakes. Around 3:45 for you at Royal Ascot. Ukraine with deep line possession inside their own half. They really could do with finding another goal. Now's chances are they'll have to go and beat Belgium. Long ball forward. That's a lovely first touch and it's still a goal. What a brilliant goal from Uranchuk. On as a substitute for Ukraine. The substitutes rush onto the pitch. Incredible first touch. Toe poke with his next, and it's been bundled over the line by a defender. It's incredible. It was Skriniar actually with the finish. Skriniar up there, and a lovely touch, and into the back of the net, and it's 2-1 Ukraine.
Yeah, Uranchuk, it's a brilliant goal. I hope he's onside. I just want to double check, but the movement's brilliant. It's a good ball in. Is he onside? Yes, he's miles onside. The touch is fantastic. What a touch. And it's his goal. Skriniar's trying to clear it off the line. It's already going in. I think it might, we'll just have to see here if it goes over the line before Skriniar gets back. And I think it's already over the line. Uranchuk's goal. It's an unbelievable goal. The touch makes the goal. He's stretching. He has a look to see where Dubravka is. The touch is inch perfect, and the finish is outstanding. What a goal, and it is his goal. What a finish.
It is Uranchuk.
Yeah.
It's a brilliant finish. First touch, and then he's just studded it over the line. Desperate lunge back there from Skriniar. But
what a finish.
What a finish.
And he can play. I was surprised when I saw his name on the substitute bench, because I've seen him many times, and that's probably his 15th goal for his country. He can finish.
I think the ball across the line. Ukraine lead 2-1 on 5 Live from the BBC with 10 minutes to go plus added time, but Slovakia are in possession now, and now they'll come forward, and Ukraine are sitting naturally deep, and Slovakia have possession on the right hand side with Pekarik. Little ball inside, good ball actually, but they just kicked thin air up there. It was Benes who had a go, but he missed his kick. They're still in possession with 4 in the middle to aim for. Crossing from the right hand side, goes over the heads of the 2 forward players for Slovakia and headed partially clear by Ukraine, but they've got possession back. Now they'll come forward through Suslov, puts a cross deep into the penalty area. Header won by Slovakia, but it will be a goal kick for Ukraine.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this is one of the best goals you'll see in the tournament, just because the touch, that is the most difficult skill ever to do that, and then it's the touch and then the instant finish before Dubravka can come out. I think it's a fantastic goal. Unbelievable finish.
Well, it was between him and Dovbyk for a starting berth, wasn't it, in this Ukrainian team. Scored his 14th international goal, and most recent for club and country in the playoff semi-final against Bosnia back in March. got an injury in La Liga 9 days later, didn't come back until May, and there he's just laid claim to perhaps a starting spot. It crossed the line before the defender had got there. Skriniar, the captain. It is a brilliant goal, and it is, you're right, the first touch is something else. If you just think about maybe like best first touches you've seen, sort of
Bergkamp-esque, I was going to say that, Bergkamp-esque. The touch was finishing. Once your touch is perfect like that, that sets you up, and there's a little toe poke finish. It's the only thing he could do. Fantastic goal. I like Redbrow's celebration and manager. He sprinted like he was still at Tottenham, running into the channel. It was a great finish.
Can Slovakia find an equaliser? They're in possession in the centre of the pitch through Lobotka. Now they've got it on the right, Building. Won the first game against Belgium. Now staring at defeat to Ukraine, who desperately needed this after their opening round defeat to Romania 3-0. Been much better. In this second half, they've really been excellent. We've seen a little bit of what they can produce in the second half of this game. Some of the quality that they've got, as we've just seen there from Juranchuk. Slovakia in possession. That's a foul. Should be a booking as well for Juranchuk. He's back there doing some defending, and it wasn't very clever defending.
Typical centre-forward tackle, I say. That's why we should stay up the pitch and not try to come back and help our defenders, because we can't defend.
He's got the holes in his back of his socks, which he's cut out as well. 2 holes in each sock at the back.
What is that? To stop getting cramp, is it? Because I probably needed that when I was playing. Or is that a fashion statement? I see Conor Gallagher has it as well, so it must be something that helps the players. Never ask. I must ask.
Maybe feel too tight around the back.
I think you're right. I do actually think maybe the socks are too tight onto the calves.
So yellow for Juranchuk. Free kick for Slovakia, 30 yards from goal. Right and left-hand side. It's going to be a right-footed free kick. And it's not very good from Kuchka. And it's going to be a goal kick for Ukraine. And we're going to see another double change then for Ukraine. Mudryk, been excellent in the second half, comes off. The Chelsea man, been excellent. And we're going to see Sidorchuk come on. And Malinovsky as well is going to come on for Ukraine.
Yeah, Brezko's gone off. As well.
Yeah.
I was surprised Malinovsky hasn't been starting. I like him, the number 8 in midfield. I know Brezko probably gives you more legs, but Malinovsky, I think, is a better footballer. And Redbrow probably wanted more runners in there than footballers to start the game.
So Sidorchuk is on, and as he goes off, there he's waving his arms into the air there, Brezko, to get those Ukrainian supporters going. I don't think they need it. That's an offside flag that's gone up against Juranchuk.
They've got some talented players. They have got. That's why when the result against Romania, I was a bit surprised by it, to be fair. But we could have something, John, where all these teams in this group could be on 3 points if Belgium go and beat Romania.
It's going to set up an exciting last round of matches, isn't it? In Group E, which was thrown wide open with the win by Slovakia and then the win by Romania. The draw was probably fairly kind to Ukraine. They'd have backed themselves as the second highest ranked team to qualify out of the group with Belgium, but Slovakia have been excellent. We saw what Romania did as well. Romania, who sick deep, and then the finishing against Ukraine was excellent. Especially that first goal is a super goal. A couple of mistakes from Lunin in that game and been replaced with Trubin. 2-1 Ukraine lead, 4 minutes plus added time remaining on 5 Live and BBC Sounds. Can Slovakia find something here? They've won a free kick on the left-hand side. It's a good position to cross from. In it comes left-footed. Plenty of players in the penalty area. Trubin gets a good glove on it, punches it away, and it's going to be a throw-in on the far side, which Sublov will go across to take. Slovakia in possession. Ukraine working hard without the ball now. That's why they've brought on the fresh legs, I would have thought. As they've been forced back here, Slovakia, with Lobotka deep inside their own half. Slovakia have it on the left-hand side, moving forward. Good little slide rule pass coming in. And the boot snuck out with his right foot, but can't direct it goalwards. And it's going to be a goal kick for Ukraine.
You know what I've seen in a lot of these games? You know when you take the lead, instantly teams just sit back. Instead of trying to go and get that 2-goal lead, 2-goal cushion, teams, I just think sometimes it's a mentality thing. Everyone does it. Literally nearly every team I've watched, take the lead, sit back, and that invites a bit of pressure.
Some great pictures of Andrei Shevchenko celebrating in the stands after that Ukraine goal that put them 2-1 in the lead. Of course, as Clinton says, legend, all-time leading goal scorer as well. Yarmolenko's only 2 behind him actually, and still playing at 34, and started this game as Slovakia in possession, trying to find an equaliser with 2 minutes plus added time remaining. We've got the ball in the middle of the pitch, coming forward, and Ukraine win the throw, and that's been celebrated by Timchik like it's a goal. They're underway in the Coronation Stakes, and will be with John Hunt very shortly at Royal Ascot as the ball's played down the line from Ukraine, and that's overhit, and Slovakia will have possession. 2 more games still to come, just a reminder. In Group D at 5, Poland, Austria, and then we've got Netherlands, France, which should be great, with Vicky Sparks and Dion Dublin at 8. As Slovakia come forward down the left-hand side, low cross, they're going to win a corner. Let's get to the Coronation Stakes, then closing stages with John Hunt.
Turning for home, 3 furlongs of the 1 mile left to run here. Opera Singers come alongside Skelet to vie for the lead. In behind them is Porta Fortuna together with Ruhaya, who was the winner of the French 1,000 guineas. Ramatuel, so unlucky at Newmarket, is close up in 5th, but hemmed in at the moment with See the Fire on the outside. El Balka, the winner of the Newmarket 1,000 guineas, towards the outside. Ramatuel and Oisin Murphy has managed to get out. Can she catch Opera Singer? They've got a furlong left to go here in the Coronation. Opera Singer coming strongly here, with him behind those. Ramatuel coming through now as well strongly is Porta Fortuna. Porta Fortuna's found the best turn of foot. Porta Fortuna goes on to win it from his second. Opera Singer. Ramatuel only 3rd. Can Ukraine hold on? Here's John Akers.
Thank you, John. Let's see. 2-1 they lead against Slovakia. 90th minute. We're about to see how much added time we've got. Schwantz, the goalkeeper for the goal scorer, I should say, for Slovakia, has gone off, and Sauer has come on. We've got 5 minutes of added time for Slovakia to find an equaliser, and as Sir John Hunt said there, for Ukraine to hang on, to perhaps keep their tournament hopes alive. Ukraine, with the whole of their nation watching on, I'm sure, wherever they can, and listening to their radios. Their team have come from 1-0 down to lead 2-1. Slovakia in possession on the right-hand side. That's a nice little drop at the shoulder from Pekarik, but has he got the energy to catch up with the ball? And it took a touch off a Ukraine player on the way through, and that's a mistake back there, because Zinchenko could have cleared it out for a throw-in.
You're right, John. I think he didn't see the deflection, and he could have cleared that for a throw-in. Spot on.
Slovakia corner then is going to be taken by the substitute, Benes. As we're going to see another substitution.
Always think it's
for Ukraine, and Shaparenko, when you're defending a corner and you make a substitution, is what you're about to say, isn't it?
I don't like it. I know he's probably more of a threat, a big defender who can head it away. I just don't like it. I just think people know what they're doing, and it kind of disrupts it. But he does look like a big unit who's coming on.
That big unit is Maxim Talaviov as the corner comes in, partially headed away, big chance, just kicking thin air though. There is Vavro. It fell to him on his right foot, and he is left-footed, and he just kicked thin air with his right foot, and it hit his left foot. but that was a really good opportunity.
It was a huge opportunity for Vavro. He should be doing better, regardless if it's his wrong foot. He's completely air shot, but they are pushing at the moment, Slovakia.
Looking for an equaliser. 3 minutes of the 5 added to go. There's some tired legs out there, let me tell you, at the moment for both teams. That's why we've seen so many changes. Ukraine win the throw and the fans are up and they celebrate that like it's a goal again, just winning a throw-in. 2-1 Ukraine lead on 5 Live and BBC Sounds against Slovakia. As Clinton says, we could end up in a situation where each team, after 1-2 rounds of matches, all have 3 points, depending on what Belgium do against Romania tomorrow. Long throw down the line. Ukraine in possession. Scrapping for it. Slovakia win the ball back and Ukraine play a ball forward.
It's a different team, isn't it? Since they've scored, Ukraine, they're not keeping the ball, they're panicking, but that's what pressure does to you in tournaments.
Sergei Rebrov, the manager, on the edge of his technical area, shouting orders. Long ball from Slovakia. There's a little bit of panic about Ukraine, but they have come up with the ball. They'll want to keep it now. Ball down the right, they haven't kept it. Slovakia have come up with possession on the edge of their own penalty area. 2 minutes plus added time. 2 minutes of added time remaining. Down the left comes Slovakia. Cleared away by Ukraine, they've got possession back. And they're being urged into the corner by every single Ukraine fan. Sidorchuk brings it forward and has the ball taken off him, and it's a Slovakia throw. Slovakian fans in the crowd biting their nails.
Sidorchuk just come on and he looked like he could have run, like he's been playing 90 minutes. He's only been on for a few minutes. He should have really run that into the corner.
90 seconds of added time left. Slovakia in possession inside the Ukraine half. Long switch, crossfield ball, lovely feet by the substitute, Suslov. Now it's with Vavro, who's just missed that big chance for Slovakia. Ukraine have got men back in numbers. Coming forward, Slovakia down the left-hand side. Cross right-footed into the penalty area. Headed away by Ukraine. Slovakia have the ball back though. Midway inside the Ukraine half on the left-hand side. This is so tense. Slovakia looking for an equaliser with Ukraine leading by 2-1. 1 minute of the 5 remaining. Long shot from distance. Heroic block from Yaramchuk, scorer of the brilliant second goal for Ukraine. Vavro coming forward for Slovakia. They've still got it. Lip of the centre circle, but they've only got 30 seconds of added time remaining to fashion a chance here, Slovakia, as they come forward towards the edge of the penalty area. Ball taken off them, but Slovakia win the ball back. Centre field, 30 yards out. Ball played to the right-hand side. Suslov's got a chance maybe to get a cross in. This will be the last chance of the game, you would think. Did that come off a defender? It didn't. And Ukraine had the goal kick, and their players punched the air. They think they've won it. They think that's it.
Yeah, it could be it, to be fair. I did the Croatia-Albania game and I thought it was it, and then Albania scored with the last kick of the game, but I think once the keeper kicks it true in, I think Michael Oliver will blow the whistle and it'll be a fantastic result for Ukraine.
Ukraine's fans are bouncing up and down with the yellow and blue flags painted on their cheeks, and there goes the final whistle. Michael Oliver points to the centre spot. It's a massive win for Ukraine. Both the team and the country, they've come from behind and showed fighting spirit. 1-0 down at half-time. They look like they could be heading out of the tournament, but a brilliant goal from the substitute Yaramchuk, and a second goal after 9 months out injured for the country from Shaparenko has seen them win by 2-1. Clinton Morrison.
Yeah, it's brilliant for the country, everything that they've been through, and these players as well, and the fans, so it's brilliant that they can celebrate this win. I think it's a fantastic performance, particularly the second half. I thought Slovakia were the better team in the first half, but credit Ukraine in that second half. Their big players stepped up. I thought Zinchenko and Mudryk on that left-hand side caused loads of problems, so thoroughly deserved the 3 points.
The celebrations are intense amongst the Ukrainian fans in the stands, and Slovakia's players have given everything. They look broken. Was it the right result?
Yeah, I think it was the right result in that second half. I thought thought Ukraine were the team that were pushing. Slovakia only started pushing when Ukraine made it 2-1, and that always happens. But credit to Ukraine, they've been through a lot of difficult stuff, and this group is now wide open. They didn't perform against Romania. That is a more of a better reflection of Sergei Rebrov's team.
He's on the pitch, Sergei Rebrov. He's giving handshakes to his players as Slovakia's players trudge from the field. Group E is wide open after it finished. Ukraine 2, Slovakia 1.